Hello, my name is Jamie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Unlike any other YouTube channel that showcases Pokemon Go PvP content, mine exclusively showcases Shadow Pokemon. So, if you're into that type of content, I'd appreciate if you could like and subscribe. So, let's get into today's video. In today's video, we are doing something completely different. And I've had a few comments, people saying I'm doing quite similar teams, something quite repetitive. So, as you can see here on pvpoke, I built a team that has an F for coverage, an F for bulk, and the team building behind it was essentially 3 Pokemon that I liked, and I thought, let's go into battle and see how we do. As you can see by the meta scorecard, I apparently lose to a lot of top threats such as Stunfisk, Metachan, and we've got a threat score of 838, which I actually think is a PB even for myself. So, the team we're rolling with is going to be the Shadow Flygon lead, running Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw, and Earth Power. We're then going to have our Shadow Drapion on the safe switch, running Poison Sting, Aqua Tail, and Sludge Bomb. And we're going to have our Shadow Nidoqueen running Poison Jab, Poison Fang, and Earth Power. There's no real logic in the team other than it's 3 Pokemon I really like. And I've got that rank 10 Shadow Nidoqueen. I feel like with the buff it needs more love. So we're just going to go over it and see how we get on. Without any further ado, let's get into the battles. We will be leading the Shadow Flygon throughout the duration of this video. In this first matchup we pick up a kind of neutralish lead against Deoxys. These counters do really add up and we've got to look out for the Psycho Boost. However, both Rock Slide and Thunderbolt are resisted. So we go straight for this Dragon Claw. And the opponent does shield. They now switch out. They bring in a Vigoroth. So this can only mean that it's going to be the triple counter team. I bring in the Nidoqueen as we do resist counter, whereas on Drapion it would be neutral. I'm about to go for this Poison Fang, shield once and completely farm down. This Poison Fang, as we know, drops the opponent's defense, so now these Poison Jabs are really chunking up. I'm going to have to shield up this Body Slam and then commit to the farm down. We'll have loaded energy for whatever comes back in. We manage to farm down before they reach another charge move. In comes the Deoxys again, and we hit him with this Poison Fang. This is obviously lowering the defense, does a fair chunk, and we actually CMP tie. I'm going to let this go through. They will need to Psycho Boost to take us out. They throw a Rock Slide, we manage to get another Poison Jab. They are now really low. So I come in with the Flygon, we get a Dragon Tail through. I'm going to shield this up as I imagine it will be the Psycho Boost. We correctly shield the Psycho Boost, and they switch out into the Obstagoon. So I'm going to soften it up with a Dragon Claw, sorry. Draws the opponent's last shield, now we switch into Drapion. Charge move coming through, it's either going to be a Cross Chop or a Night Slash, as they haven't built up enough for the Hyper Beam, just a Night Slash. We're now going to be able to go for this Sludge Bomb. This Sludge Bomb is going to hit him for huge damage, which it does. And now we're going to outpace him to this Aqua Tail, which will be enough to take him out. Which it does here. In comes a Deoxys. They are going to have to go for a Rock Slide as Psycho Boost will not KO as we do resist it. And we actually beat them to this next charge move and Drapion manages to close out his first game. GG's to that opponent. So in this next battle we pick up a lead against a Bastiodon. This is a fairly good matchup for us, but Shadow Flygon is so squishy. Stone Edges do still do around 40%. The opponent does switch out though. So we're going to throw this Dragon Tail into the Meganium. And we are now going to switch into Drapion. The opponent builds up to 7. They need 2 more for the Earthquake. We go straight for the Sludge Bomb. If they don't shield it, take them out, which it does. Opponent comes straight back in with Bastiodon. This is where the Aqua Tail is really nice. These Aqua Tails do around 20%, 25%. Not a lot to the bulky Bastiodon. However, still nice chip damage. Stone Edge comes through and we're going to try and get to another Aqua Tail, which we can't do. However, they have expended their energy, so we're in a great spot. We bring back in the Flygon. Charge move coming through. Like I said earlier, these charge moves do really hurt. You can see there it does about 40%. And we go straight for this Earth Power. Earth Power gets a shield on the Azumarill, and now in the back we've got our Nidoqueen. This is a great matchup. Now with a Poison Fang, we lower the defense. First one does a decent chunk, and now we're going to be able to completely farm down. So we're going to use a shield and commit to the farm down. shield up the Ice Beam, which would be hitting us for super effective, and the opponent sees the writing on the wall and back out. GG's to that opponent. So we managed to get off to a 2-0 start. Who needs bulk or coverage? In this next battle, we pick up a lead against a Shadow Venusaur. If you've been following this channel, we normally lead Skarmory, and we've seen about one Venusaur the entire season. So we count to 6 and we catch the Frenzy Plant on our Shadow Drapion. Even resisted does do a fair chunk, and we're met with a Bastiodon. Although this is a losing matchup, these Aqua Tails do really start to chunk. First one comes through, does around 20%. We get to the second one, denying their fast move, which is good for us. We now get them to around half health, and we're now going to try and reach the third Aqua Tail, which we do here. This will get the Bastiodon down quite low. They managed to completely farm us down. We're going to wait out a switch timer, and we're going to look to bring back in the Flygon. We managed to get a Dragon Tail through, which is great for us. We shield this up as the Stone Edge does do quite a lot, and we're going to look to try and farm down. We fire off this Dragon Claw just before they get to their next charge move. I imagine they'll let it go, which they do. We've now got some loaded energy should the Venusaur wish to return. They actually come in with a Stun Fist, so we build up to the Earth Power and we bait with a Dragon Claw. As you saw earlier, apparently Stun Fist is something that our team cannot beat. So we build up to the Earth Power again. We get there just before they reach an Earthquake of their own. We now draw the shield. A Rock Slide probably won't KO from this range as it doesn't get stabbed. However, they hit us with an Earthquake, which is fine for us. They now swap back into the Venusaur. So we're looking to over farm. We're going to shield this up as the Stunfisk in the back is energy dry. And we're now going to look to farm down, which we do successfully. And we've got an Earth Power ready for this Stunfisk in the back. Earth Power comes through. Almost one-shots, one more Poison Jab. And we take the game. GG's to that opponent. So we managed to go 3-0. In that matchup, we managed to get a double Poison to beat a double Ground. In this next matchup, we pick up a lead against Superior. This isn't really a great matchup. They switch out into Bastiodon. So we are going to stay in as our Drapion will do really well in that matchup. A lot of people tend to switch out just because their opponent does. But for us, we are going to stay in as we've got a better matchup in the back. As both our Poison types will do really well against the Grass type. So we're not going to bait, we're going straight for these Earth Powers. We do want to get the shields or one shot, as we know this team will function really well when shields are down. Grab the opponent's last shield, and I'm now going to let this go. Stone Edge takes us out, and I now come in with the Nidoqueen. Opponent actually switches out, which is a mistake, as now we are going to be able to line up our Drapion with this Superior. Frenzy Plant comes through, does quite a lot as it is a really good move. We overfarm a bit and we fire off this Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb will be enough to take out the bulky Superior. And we've got a bit of loaded energy should the Bastiodon wish to return. We can hit it with an Aqua Tail. Let's see what the opponent has in the back. And in the back they've got a Marowak. The Marowak is on Hex, which is good for us as obviously due to our Dark type and we are resisting this. They are overfarming, they're at the Shadow Bone. We fire off another Aqua Tail which gets them really low, and now the opponent switches out into Bastiodon. We saved our energy earlier with the Nidoqueens. This Earth Power is going to be enough to one-shot as it's double super effective. Back up comes the Marowak. We're not going to shield this up. It's just a Shadow Bone which we do survive. We manage to Poison Jab down. GG's to that opponent. And we're off to a 4-0 start. Let's see if we can manage to make it a perfect 5-0. In this last matchup, we pick up a lead against an Umbreon. Umbreon is super bulky and we're super squishy. So this is probably a losing matchup. So I count to 4, catch the foul play on our Drapion, and we save that energy on the Flygon for later. Catch the foul play, opponent stays in for a little bit, and they meet us with a Marowak. This is kind of a neutralist matchup. The Bone Clubs, although Bone Clubs are a terrible move, does hit us for super effective. However, we hit them back for super effective with the Aqua Tails. We draw a shield. I know it's just a Bone Club, which we do survive, and I'm already at the next Aqua Tail, so this should do a nice chunk of damage. does around 35-40%, and we're now racing. We managed to get to a last minute aqua tail again. Shadow Drapion, yet again coming in clutch. We draw the opponent's second shield. So we're now up 2 shields to no shields. I wait out my switch timer, bring in Flygon, fire off his Dragon Claw, which will get him low. I then intend to shield up what I imagine will be a Shadow Bone, and I'm going to look to commit to the farm down. Shadow Bone comes through, and opponent brings back out the Umbreon. So again, it's 4 to the first one and 3 to the second one. So they did an extra snarl, and I catch the foul play yet again on Nidoqueen. And now I look to go for this Poison Fang. We've still got a shield. You're going to see here I make a massive mistake, and I should shield this up and commit to the farm down. However, as I've seen so many Stunfisks in this set, I've got a feeling they've got a Stunfisk in the back, and obviously Flygon with a shield will come in clutch. Unfortunately, it's an Azumarill in the back. We just miss out on the Poison Fang. If we would have got to that Poison Fang, we would have won this match. Opponent throws at 5, which will mean they're running Ice Beam. We're going to need to get to 2 Earth Powers. Opponent does give us some free energy, giving us a potential win con. However, they managed to get a bubble through coming in and a bubble on the charge move, and that will be the difference in winning and losing this game, as that's the 5th bubble there. So I throw just before they get to the Ice Beam. A resisted Dragon Claw, it isn't going to be enough to take them out, and unfortunately there we lose this matchup. So you can see there, not shielding the Nidoqueen and farming down cost me the match. I made a decision on what was in the back. I believe it was a Stunfisk, and obviously I got caught out with the Azumarill, but you can't win them all. You can see there we go 4-1, and we pick up a great reward in a shiny Dialga. So in this video you've seen how fast move counting can come in really clutch. Obviously with our lack of bulk, I did rely on my fast move counting to try and catch moves and save my shields. Obviously in the last game I wrongly saved the shield, making a hard call on what they had in the back. You can't win them all, but overall 4-1, I am quite happy with that. And now we're into my favourite league, which is going to be Ultra League. As I've always said, I believe Ultra League is where shadows really shine. I'm going to be looking to actually try this exact team in Ultra League Remix. Let's hope I continue to have that same success I've found here. So, I'd just like to say at this point, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.